Hi, my name is Mr. Fusion Designs and welcome to our channel. Today we are doing a build from Hachette. It is the iconic Ford Falcon XB GT. So let's take a look at our magazine and part. I could straight away feel that this is very light, and if that is plastic, that is very disappointing. So let's see what this is about. I'm 99% that's plastic. And this is our magazine. So our rear leaf spring. So where we are connecting this, we will put this okay onto this side. We need to connect it with some pins screwed in place. Yep, and that's how it should go. Oh my goodness. External wheel trim, internal wheel trim, center wheel rim, and wheel nut and screw. So you've done this before, so they're just splitting up the packs. So let's get on with this. So these are the parts, and we're going to open up this. I'm going to be honest about builds, when I like parts and when I don't like parts. So that's emptied. So we have our pins, a DS-06 screw and DS-05 screws. So no DS-02 screws today. And what is that? That is metal. That is plastic. And that is plastic as well, which is quite disappointing. So you could see, I'm not sure if I will do something with some, let me show you what I have just on the side here. It's rub and buff, and it gives it like a metal finish. So I might put a slight amount, and then you could get a bit of the details out on this, make it look a bit more than what that is. So let's see how that goes. I might do that now. So I just put a bit of that rub and buff on here. So the idea is as light as possible. You just brush that on a little bit. And you can see it highlights, don't go across. That was very tempting to do. And you just put it on as evenly as possible, and then you just wipe it off, and it makes it quite shiny as well. So you don't want a lot of this at all. Just a slight amount, as you can see. You just need to brush it on just a little. Yeah, I didn't like that plasticky look on this, so let's try and make it a bit more of a metal finish. And we should be ready on this side. See, and just on the sides you do that. You have to let it dry a little bit. That's one side. You wipe that down and it will even out slightly. But I think you get the idea. Let's try and make that a bit better. Yeah. Oh, that's that. And that's that. So I think I'd rather have that. And then again, very carefully, let's brush a slight amount on the bracket. Just here on the corner. So then the bracket. Also the spring. Just there. So you want to try and make it look as less as possible. Really what I should have done, which is a lot of effort right now, I could have done it, sand this line out, which I don't really like that. So get in there. I think you get the idea. You have to let that dry a bit, then you buff it out. That's why it's called rub and buff. And it makes it quite good actually. Get this bracket too. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet, but when you're doing things like that, you kind of wander off. It's up to you really how to do this. You could leave it as it is. I didn't like that plastic look at all. I thought that was quite cheaply done. I was even thinking to make my own one when I seen this, to get some metal strips, but that's quite a big effort to do right now. But this might help. Might be just what it might need. I'm not sure how the effect will be. Hopefully it will look better than what it was. And I'm going to continue with this, as you can see. So you get the idea. Make it look a bit more metally, and then I'll be back with you. I'm back. We need our floor pan, and now with this part, let's see if we get a bit of a close up. You can see it says R, and it has a pin, and that pin, let's see, we get that, will go through to that hole, just like that. So it's easy as that. And we need, I believe, to turn this over. And make sure though. Yep. Turn this over, and with this hole just there, we need to put in a screw, which was, I believe, a PS05 screw, which is just there. Hard to see. So that's going into plastic, should hold in place fine. Don't need to be too tight, just to hold in place. So turn that back over. And we'll have a clean up after. So now we need to put in our spring, which I did do that finish. Let's see how it looks against it, which it doesn't look too bad. I just didn't like where it looked plasticky. I didn't think that's correct. So you could see there is a certain way to do this. With this pin, it's leaning over too much. So you need to get this pin lined up in the middle of this section. And we need to put some pins inside, which was here. So our first pin will go. Well, I actually have to see, because there is, let me see, which hole is that? There is one hole, and it's just towards the middle. And let's see if you could see this. You can see there's one rough side and one smoother side. I get this side first, so put the smooth side through first, this middle of the holes, try find to attach this leaf spring, which is actually a bit difficult than it looks. But mine's is a bit it's that hole. The hole's a bit, needs to be a bit bigger than what that is. There we go. That's fine now. So again, let's make sure, is this the correct way? Yep. So get this pin. It's a bit tight, my one. And try this find. There we go. And I have one of these pliers. Hopefully it will fit. Should do. Then you just push that against it and it should hold in place, which it did. So that's great. Now we need to do the same on the other side. Let's see if we could get a bit of a close up here. So again, there's a rougher side and a smooth side. The smooth side goes in first, and goodness me, there, nearly, there we go. Don't really need the pliers on this one, I think, but probably have it on hand. And there we go. So that's in there. I'm not sure if I could get a close-up with the rear one. I don't think so. Sorry about that. So now we need to get our next part. We have this, and this is the way it's looking. You can see the R. So with this direction of it, you can see 3 holes at the bottom, 2 holes at the at the top, and there's one the post and another one there, and that just lines up as so. So you can see it does bounce with it, and we need to put some screws in now. We need to put in DS06 screws. We need 2 of these, so just one here. Make sure it's screwed down. It's going into metal. This actually could have done with some oil. I should have put some oil in that, but it's going in place now. I think we're there. Making just sure it's tight enough. Yeah, that is very hard to get in. So I think put some oil on that, and that should make it a lot easier. And with that said, we are done. It's okay. It's not fantastic, the finish, but I thought make it look a bit more metal than the plasticky look. It's okay. This is just my preference. You don't have to copy me. And yeah, so that's the end of our issue. I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you could do us a massive favor, if you could hit that subscribe button and thumbs up, that would be helping our channel a lot. Look forward to seeing you all next week, hopefully. Goodbye for now.